Hello, my name is Alexa Radosavljevic, and today I would be talking about employment etiquettes of employers and on how job searches should work. I know that it is common for the employers not to respond after the applicants apply for the jobs they are looking for. I know that many of them don't receive notifications on when employers would get back to them or how long would it take for them not to get moved on after applying. I know that it does sound really stressful, and many people, however, feel uncomfortable over that. And personally, I do feel confused about that. However, I like it when employers get back to applicants after they apply for jobs, so that way they could know whether they get interviews or not, and after interviews, whether they get hired or not. I know if they don't, the employers don't get back to their clients, like after they apply or have interviews, they should let them know on how long they should wait until they move forward with other people and they don't get selected for an interview and hiring processes, so that way they know whether they get the interviews and jobs or not, and to know like their status about their application, so that way they wouldn't have to contact them and want to find out by being impatient about the situation. However, I think that employers should allow follow ups and callings after the applications and interviews, so that employers would know how interested are they in looking for the job they apply to, and the types of jobs that they are looking for, and they want to know like how much do the jobs they apply for mean to them, and they feel like they don't want to be confused, not knowing if they've been moved forward or not. I know they can sign in websites where they have accounts to see their application status if they've been selected for the interview and hiring processes or not. And it is always nice to know about that. And however, if there are so many applicants in one job for, so that managers can't get back to applicants after applying for the rejection notices and notifications, then I feel like there should be applicant responders to cover them up for that, so that applicants can know where they are heading after the applications, and that they could cover up for employers that work for many companies, and they could do jobs like keep track of how many applicants are this jobs, and their experiences and all that, and track down employment information and do research on the companies and write down information on what requirements the jobs that the applicants are applying for required. And however, I feel like that all applicants must know their applicant status in multiple ways rather than having completely no responses at all. Like they should have notifications in every single way so they wouldn't be confused. They all like to know where they're heading after applying. And I think that assessments before interviews are useful, so that way employers could get to know the applicants after they apply, and they could have find out lots of information about their work experience, history, skills, and qualifications related to the jobs that they are applying for, and they that way they get to know them well, and so they would definitely know if they are good fit for the job or not. And that way they could tell how they compare to other candidates after they finish the assessments with all the people that apply for those type of jobs, and like managers and applicant responders could do that. And however, it is always good to take assessments so people could talk about their skills and to show like their past experiences on how they relate to the jobs, and as well as their interest on and want to work there, and how much they would like to work at the places they apply for. However, I know there have been tough market competitions when it comes to applications, that a lot of applicants don't end up getting interviews or becoming employed due to various factors like experiences, qualification, skills, employees' personal preferences. When it comes to how candidates compare to each other. And I know the ability for applicants to get rejection notifications, interviews, and hirings all depend on how applicants get compared to each other by employers, on what the employer thinks about their past skills, on how they can hone them in the workplace they want to work for, and when they get hired, and they could definitely tell how skillful are they for this role, based on how good are they in the field they are working for and their past experience. And I feel like there should that even employment specialists should help find jobs for applicants, the ones with disabilities or the ones who have trouble finding for jobs for themselves, so that way it could be easier for them to get interviews and hirings, and employers will understand their struggles. And assistance is not always a bad thing when it comes to job searches. However, I feel like that how that people need to be helped when they're in need to, when they're struggling with things, like helping people in need is always a good thing. They're struggling on their own, so that way they wouldn't always be stuck, and they like having guidances and assists, and so that way they wouldn't be complaining on where they will be going, and what's their status like. I want to know where my path to my career is after I've applied. I'm just wondering if I'll get an interview or not, or what are my future goals after I have talked to the employer, and how am I going to apply there, like after I want to apply for this job, and like what my skills, how my skills relate to this job, and all that, like how I can make tailor my resumes and cover letters, if I have pre-existing ones, or if don't have one, I could make one that could relate to this job, or makes cover letters and resumes from scratch, new ones that could apply to this job, that would likely lead people to being good candidates for the role they are applying for. However, even if people have exceptional resumes, cover letters, and other electronic documents, that doesn't mean they'll get rejection notifications, interviews, and hirings. That is all up to employers, and they get to decide on the future of their applicants. However, I think I described this video in detail greatly, and may any of you please let me know if you agree with what you think about this, or if you agree with me on this topic or not. Thank you.